Chapter 62-86. Elma shook her head helplessly. Tonight, everyone at the table is your subordinates. Do you still have to hide your capacity? If you don't want to drink, just say you don't want to drink. Who can force you to drink? Chairman Pei said, "Oh, you don't understand. Today I have to show that I get along well with them. Of course, I can't act like a leader. If I just do whatever they want, it will look like I'm not approachable enough. And they won't really treat me as their big brother." As he spoke, Chairman Pei saw that they were approaching the intersection, so he said, "Turn right quickly and go to Thompson. I have to go see Jacob." Elma suddenly realized, and while turning right, he asked him, "You're keeping the amount, are you planning to go see Jacob?" "Yes." President Pei sighed and said depressedly, "I don't know how much he hates me these days. We will see each other every day in the future. Shouldn't the relationship be eased? Now that his position as director is vacated." I told him in person to show my sincerity. Elma asked hurriedly, "Are we going to his house to visit him?" "He hasn't prepared anything." "It's not appropriate to go empty-handed, right?" President Pei said, "It's too late to prepare anything so late. Besides, it's not appropriate to go to someone else's house as a guest just after drinking. I was thinking that when I get to Thompson, I will call Jacob to invite him out. Apologize to him and chat with him outside, tell him the result of today. And ask him to report back to the association early tomorrow morning." Elma asked again, "Do you think he can forgive you?" President Pei waved his hand, "No matter who it is, no one will forgive this kind of thing. What I can do is to try my best to make up for it. Which can also be regarded as a little easing of the conflict. He will definitely still hate me in his heart. But I have shown my sincerity to make up for it. And I believe that things will get better." At this point, President Pei sighed helplessly. "Hey! If I can't satisfy Jacob, I think I will have to work in the Calligraphy and Painting Association until I retire. In the future, I will have to see Jacob every day. This relationship still needs to be repaired." Elma nodded gently and said, "If there is a chance, you still have to strive for further progress. You can't make much money if you work in this position until retirement. And your retirement treatment will not be much higher. Look at Mr. Chin, who used to be your old superior. He has made a lot of money for so many years. Now that he has retired, his treatment is also terrifyingly high. His children and grandchildren are like stars supporting the moon. They don't know how moisturized they are every day. And you see that they don't have to queue up to register when they have a headache or fever. If they encounter a designated hospital that can't be cured, their doctors will help to arrange experts from the tertiary hospitals for consultation. And he doesn't have to spend a penny. If you can retire at his level, your son will definitely wish you to live to be 100 years old." Yes, President Pei also agreed and said, "At my age, I still have some chances, but I don't know how long I will be delayed because of Jacob this time. It's okay to delay it for 3 or 2 years in the Calligraphy and Painting Association. But if it's delayed for more than 5 years, I will have no chance at all." Elma comforted, "It's okay. Everything depends on human efforts, let's take it slowly." Thompson at this time. When Jacob returned home, he lay lazily on the sofa, fiddling with his mobile phone alone. He has been paying attention to his WeChat, wanting to see if President Pei and other colleagues from the association will contact him. In his opinion, after all, his son-in-law has said hello to Master Orville. And Master Orville will make an effort at that time, maybe he will really have a chance to go back. Once the internal discussion decides to let him go back, someone will definitely contact him and inform him. So he waited eagerly, hoping to get good news. This state is very similar to a girl who breaks up with her boyfriend out of anger and looks forward to her boyfriend sending messages to ask for reconciliation all day long. Elaine didn't stay in the living room for long, because she had done a lot of shopping in Dubai this time. And the floor tiles from Dubai Trade were almost patinaed on her soles. She couldn't wait to take her things back to her room and put them in order bit by bit. and then enjoy them to her heart's content. Charlie didn't rush back to his room, but sat down opposite Jacob, brewed a pot of tea, poured a cup for himself and Jacob, and said, "Dad, don't be depressed alone, come and have a cup of tea." Jacob nodded, put his phone next to the teacup, and didn't lock the screen. He drank while glancing at the phone screen with his peripheral vision. Seeing this, Charlie deliberately asked him, "Dad, you have been staring at your phone, are you waiting for some message?" Jacob shook his head and denied. No, I'm just checking it out. I developed a habit of checking my phone when I have nothing to do." As he was talking, a familiar avatar suddenly popped up in the WeChat message list, and the content he sent could be seen behind it. "Mr. Wilson, sorry to bother you so late, are you home?" Jacob's eyes lit up, and he quickly put down his teacup, picked up his phone, and deliberately asked him back on WeChat, "What's the matter?" President Pei quickly replied, "Mr. Wilson, there is something I want to explain to you in person. And I also have good news to tell you in person. I'm already at the gate of your community. If it's convenient for you, please come out and let's talk in person."